Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yahlia in this incarnation. We are here in one more day of this planetary ascension. I'm going to channel a message for you. Remember to only take what resonates and to leave the rest because it is a general channeling. I'm going to focus in guidance to navigate the process. So let's see. Right. Okay. What I am seeing, it is like this emotional turmoil for some of you. For others, that could be tiny or even very uncomfortable manifestations in the physical body. It is going to depend. But those manifestations, if they are appearing, they are telling you, they are giving you the sign of what is being blocked, where the energy is being blocked. If there is, if this is linked with a decision or an emotion that is not being managed. For some of you, you could be feeling very, with a lot of irritability or anger, because that is a signal, perhaps, that you are not listening to yourself, or that you are not putting the boundaries where you need to put them. So, what I am perceiving in a general way, it is that right now this uncomfortable process is removing energy that was not contributing, is removing things that are not belonging to your evolutionary process anymore. And some of you could be experimenting certain resistances or confusion about the paths or the directions where you need to put the energy. This confusion, I always say so, it is linked with the resistance many times of listening to ourselves. So it is very, very important to take time with ourselves to pay attention to that inner voice deeply, to pay attention to our intuition. It is a process of meditation, actually, and of listening to the body too. The body gives us a lot of signals to understand, where we need to assume the decisions. So this is something that I've been seeing today. It is a timeless channeling, of course, but what I am seeing, it is like this leaps into the void. This leaps into new directions, and some of you could be experimenting being like dragged by your emotions at this point, and this is where you need to put the boundary. This is not because we need to judge our emotions, but more linked with approaching this with compassion, with love and compassion, but understanding that it is very important to to allow them to circulate, to allow them to move throughout the body, but to assume the decisions from this conscious space, not from a place of fear or sadness or anger, because that usually doesn't lead us to take the good decisions, or the decisions of growth. Even though we could also learn something about them. So what I am seeing is this process, this phase, where you are going through this emotional chaos, perhaps, but it isn't something that will last long. It is actually something that it is helping you to put order where you need to put so, and to understand what it is vital, to make this difference from what is vital and what is not, to understand what is a priority and what is not. And that is something that doesn't come from your mind. The mind, many times, it is good to organize. It is good to to help us to take the information, to organize the information, but it is not the guidance. It is not the guidance. The guidance is the inner voice, the soul, the divinity inside. You can call it as you want. So from that space, it is that you need to recognize what is a priority right now. Because that way the energy will start to flow in a better way, and you will find this inner peace. Inner peace is the product of rebalancing ourselves, of knowing where we need to do, what we need to do right now, and what we need to take care of. Okay, let's see if I can tell something else. Okay, what I am seeing is that no matter what you are doing right now, I mean, if you are letting your emotions drag yourself through the deviations of life, or if you really can handle the situation, I am seeing that both groups are going to come to the same point. It is that many times we could get to those points with more or less resistance. So the process is more or less challenging. But I am seeing that life, there are many things that we cannot control at this point, and it is only about let ourselves to surrender to that process. But eventually, I am seeing a more luminous energy and the calmer waters. For some of you, this is going to take days. For some of you, this is going to take weeks. It is going to depend, but what I am seeing is that these eventually calmer waters, and well, this is product of understanding, and accepting the process that are manifesting. So, well, this is the message for today. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.